Welcome everybody to look at a new release from RaroVideo. These are sold via Radiance Films in the UK, although they are, I believe, US distributors originally. So yeah, and we're taking a look at 1976's Rulers of the City, also known as Mr. Scarface. So this is directed by Fernando Di Leo, who also did the likes of Caliber 9, The Italian Connection, The Boss, and Blood and Diamonds. So this is a crime film clocking in at 96 minutes long. Stars the likes of Jack Palance, who I've seen in 15 other films. Favourites from him being the likes of The Professionals, Panic in the Streets, Sudden Fear, Shane, and 1989's version of Batman. And it also stars Al Cliver, who was also in the 1981 version of The Black Cat, as well as The Beyond and Zombie Flesh Eaters. So Tony, a mob loan collector, is dissatisfied with his station in life. Though he dreams of one day being rich, he is stuck with the dead-end job of beating up borrowers who fall behind in their payments. After meeting up with Napoli, another mob enforcer who has just been fired from his job, the two hatch a plan. Together, they will con mob boss Manzari out of a fortune, after which they can retire and live in luxury. Manzari, however, is not about to let them go, sadly, so easily. So, yeah, there's a little bit more to that as well, as there is an opening scene where a guy gets shot in front of his son, his young son, and yeah, we don't quite know what the relation is to the rest of that plot until much later into the film. So yeah, but this is a decidedly more light on its feet effort from the director, as despite having action, it isn't as violent as the other films I've seen from him, nor is it as exploitation based either. That said, what action is there is entertaining, and I really rather like the pre-credit sequence that I've just mentioned. Not just because it's kind of a bit of a mystery added to the plot, but it's also stylishly done as it's in slow motion. There's no sort of sound really to it. There's no actual dialogue either. So it's really nicely stylishly done. The cast is also good. The twist that occurs in its final act is satisfying. The hand-to-hand combat involving Harry Breyer as Tony comes across as heavily inspired by the martial arts films of the time, and it's not just typical just punching. There's a lot of kicking and a lot of interesting moves that are used that do kind of evoke of the martial arts films of the time, which yeah, I really wasn't expecting. These Italian crime films typically are more gun based or explosion based or maybe even knife based, but it's rarely that we get some complex hand-to-hand combat involved, which is really good. The pacing is also on point, the score is solid, and it is well shot. So yeah, overall a really good effort. It's another solid film from the director, who, like I said, I've seen a fair few films from before, but RaroVideo themselves have released a pair of his films as well. Both of these were released in 2024, and yeah, both really rather enjoyable as well. I'd say I probably enjoyed the Italian Connection slightly more, but this I probably have enjoyed the most out of the three. So yeah, it's a solid 4 out of 5 from me. So yeah, we get there's a disc, and we get the reversible sleeve artwork as well, which is the Italian version. And yeah, we also get a booklet with this release. It's not the wrong way around. It's not the thickest of booklets or anything like that, but it's always a nice little addition to have to any release, quite frankly. So yeah, you get shots from the film, but plus we've also got credits, and then we've got Running in Hell, Italian crime films, and Fernando Di Leo's Poetics, which is done by Francesco Massasesi. I'm probably butchering that. I usually am with names that I'm not used to saying out loud. And yeah, like I said, shots from the film as well. So there's two of the goons of Manzari, for instance. Then we also have extras on the disc itself. So it's a 2020 4K restoration of the original negative, presented with both original Italian and English audio options, and it's available on Blu-ray for the first time in the UK. I imagine this has already had a US release, given it's based on a 2020 4K restoration. So obviously Radiance films hadn't existed at that time, so that's probably why it's taken so long to get here. But it is nice to finally have it. It's got uncompressed mono PCM audio. Then you have Violent City, an archival featurette including interviews with the director Al Cliver, editor Amidio Giomini, and weapons expert Gilberto Galimberti, which is clocking at 15 minutes long. Then you got a new interview with Eurocrime authority Mike Malloy on the childhood revenge theme in this crime film, which is clocking in at 13 minutes long. And then we've got a reversible sleeve with the featuring artwork based on the original posters by Tino Avelli. We've also got new and improved English subtitle translation and SDH option for the English audio, and that booklet that I've already shown you. So yeah, I do really rather like RaroVideo. I do wish we got more from them over here in the UK, but with them being a third party part of Radiance Films, they're inevitably not going to get a huge amount over here. I think I've had how many so far? Those two from Fernando Di Leo, and then yeah, so this is only the 8th film that I've bought from them so far, but I have bought everything from them that is available. There is more to come as well from them this year. Um, the name of the film slips my mind, but I know it's on its way at some point later this year. So yeah, looking forward to that. But this film in itself is good, and yeah, another solid effort as far as Italian crime films go. And yeah, the director is quite frankly done yeah, good efforts all around. Quite frankly, I've not disliked any of his films, and that goes for RaroVideo themselves, where I've not disliked any of the films that they've released as well. Certainly not to the point where I wouldn't recommend one, and I do recommend this. But yeah, nonetheless, thank you for watching. If you have seen this film before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.